Sitatmane
Vipasanda Shitatmane
Avaktaya cha Devanam
Yaktaya Chajivanam
Divaya Sampala Jatu.
Devaya
Please.
Swapramyayo
Go ahead.
Adristaya Namaskritya
Namaskritya
Vipasanda Shitatmane
Vipasanda Shitatmane
Yaktaya Chajivanam
Avataya cha Devanam
Devaya Swapramyayo
Divaya Sapulam Yayo Adhisaya Namaskritya Vipasanda Statmane Avataya cha
Chajivanam Devaya Swapramyayo
Adhisaya unto me who is beyond the purview of material vision.
Unto one who is beyond the purview of material vision.
Namaha Kripa,
Namaha
offering obeisances.
offering obeisances.
Nripaha,
Vipaha,
the king.
the king.
Sandasita,
Sundara,
revealed.
revealed.
Atmane,
Atmane,
unto the supreme soul.
unto the supreme soul.
Avyaktaya,
Avyaktaya,
who is beyond the manifestation of the material world.
who is beyond the manifestation of the material world.
Cha,
Cha,
also.
also.
Devanam,
Devana,
of the demigods.
of the demigods.
Devaya,
Devaya,
unto the supreme Lord.
unto the supreme
Napuram,
Swapuram,
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 to his own house.
Sudana,
Yayo,
Yayao,
return.
return.
Translation and purpose by Divine Grace Prabhupada Ki Jai. King Pitu then offered his respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the Supreme Lord of all demigods, although not an object of material vision. The Lord revealed himself to the side of Maharaj Pitu. After offering obeisances to the Lord, the king returned to his abode, to his home. But you repeat after me. King Pitu
King Prithu
then offered his respectful obeisances
offered his respectful
unto the Supreme Personality of God,
unto the supreme
who is the Supreme Lord of all demigods,
Lord of all demigods,
although not an object of material vision.
not an object of material vision.
The Lord revealed himself to the side of Maharaj Pitu. After offering obeisance to the Lord, the king returned to his home. The Supreme Lord is not visible to material eyes, but when the material senses are inclined to the transcendental loving service of the Lord and are those purified, the Lord revealed himself to the vision of the devotee. Avyakta mean and manifested. Although the material world is a creation of the Supreme Personality of God, is unmanifesting to material eyes. Maharaj Pitu, however, developed spiritual eye by his pure devotional service. Here, therefore, the Lord is described as Sundara, for he revealed himself to the vision of the devotee, although he is not visible to ordinary eyes. That was a short purport. And it's the end of this chapter. Those end the Bhaktivinoda purport of the fourth canto, 20 chapter. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasad Vitale Srimate Bhakti-tita Samtiname Namaste Krishna Padaya Prabhupada Kanichi Dvakavana Shakti Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasad Vitale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Samtiname Namaste Sarati Deve Gaura Vani Prachayani Nimisisa Shunyavadi Pasca Satari. So Mahaspritya was an incarnation of Krishna himself. So automatically he could receive, the teaching from of Lord Krishna from his heart, because he was not only an ordinary, he was not an ordinary king. He was incarnation of Krishna. So therefore, what he was, so therefore he was directing the citizen in the right way, like Krishna with his creation. He do everything right. Everybody are satisfied, and those who are not satisfied under the rule of Krishna and also under the rule of Prithu Maharaj, they are insubmissive, they are demon. Only a devotee can be appreciated the direction of Krishna. So this purport here is very, very interesting. Got a lot of nectar to talk about. Since the Supreme Lord is not visible to material eyes, but when the material senses, our senses, are inclined to the transcendental loving service of the Lord and are pure and are thus purified, the Lord reveal himself to the vision of the devotee. Some people, some ignorant people say, I don't see God. He never come to me. I never see God. No, we should not try to see God, but we have to act in a certain way. Krishna, God can see us. Because if we're doing all is nonsense for Maya, how Krishna can be visible to us. So when we do the right thing to attract Krishna, that's how Krishna come to us. For example, it's like a leader, any kind of leader, mother, father, president, everything. If we do something to please them, they gain to trust us, they gain to rely on us. They gain to rely on us, so they will give us more attention. But those who are not surrendered to Krishna, how can they expecting to see Krishna? Because Krishna don't trust them. Because when you learn how to control your mind and your senses, that's where Krishna really trusts you. Srila Prabhupada said, we can go all over the world if we learn how to control the mind, including the senses. Yeah, if we learn how to control the mind, the senses, we can go all over, we can preach anywhere. We can preach anywhere in this world. So on your devotee, some people will not be agree with that. Only a Krishna devotee know the trick of the mind. The mind is very tricky. The nature of the mind is accepting, rejecting. So if you don't know the nature of your enemy, how can you defeat him? So Srila Prabhupada said the mind, for those who did not control the mind is the worst enemy. But those who control the mind will become your best friend. So by controlling the mind, the senses follow in the same time. So in our society, we see everybody are under the jurisdiction of the mind, including the senses. But we have to be under the jurisdiction of Paramatma, Super Soul. And this way we can get direction from the Super Soul and learn how to control the mind. The mind, in the scripture, you explain, the mind is like a wild horse. A wild horse, The horse can be very wild if you don't know how to control how you say that? Right. If you don't know how to control that, so you got to learn how to control that. You have to be strong. If you have a weak mind, you will never be able to control your senses. So it's by surrender to Bhagavan Krishna, surrender to a guru, who himself accepts the good in the lineage, the pampa. We can control this rascal mind. The mind is a rascal. In French, they call mind mental, and liar, menteur, liar. So it is the same kind of similar. So if you can control the mind, your mind becomes your worst mentor, your worst liar, mentor. I don't say about mentor. I mean mentor in French, liar. So your mind will become an enemy, such a liar. It confuses you. And why it confuses you? Because you want to be under his control. A mind who's not controlled is under the jurisdiction of Maya. A mind, if you control the mind, it can be under the jurisdiction of Krishna. And the mind direct you to the right path. You do good, my friend. Do good, my friend. Do good, don't do bad. So who is this friend? The mind. You know, Papa say your mind can be your good friend if you make him under the jurisdiction of Krishna. So our mind is the best friend because it can help us. It can help us how to serve better. The mind is like the mind. The mind is like let me explain. You can compare the mind to many ways. The mind is like a kid, you know. The kids, if you don't educate your kids, if you don't teach them, they will become very wild. They will embarrass you. So many people happen to them. Oh my God, what I did that, they get so embarrassed. So the mind is like a kids who do not have no education. No education. So when you educate these kids at home, say the education start at home. The education start at the Krishna temple. And when we go outside to preach to people, we have a good behavior. And these people get attracted to us. Say, my God, these people are so beautiful. Because we learn how to control the mind by the power of the holy name. That's why it's very important to chant Hare Krishna every day without fail. Or otherwise, we're going to chant Maya, 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 Maya. You have to chant the name of Krishna. And when we chant the name of Krishna, the mind is full of. And the mind gets so surrender, even during the dream is your friend. I'm sure that happens to everybody. Sometimes you dream about something bad. But because if you chant Hare Krishna, you don't get the dream fool you. Because when we dream in, that's where the mind is vulnerable. It's very weak. So if you can control the mind during your sleep, I mean, you're a master. So the mind is harder than control. It's harder than control than the wind. It's harder. So can you believe that? So you say, man, how to control the wind? But the mind is even harder. How to control the mind is by the direction of the holy name. Chant Hare Krishna. The kids is the same thing. Teach the kids the right way. You got to teach those kids the right way. If we don't teach them the right way, they're going to be a terrorist for the society. If we don't control our mind, the mind is going to be a terrorist for the senses. And they're going to do so much nonsense. I know this purport got so much thing to do, and it's very short. Because I don't like long purport. Long purport, like God, you can talk, you can cover everything, you know. So see here, as we are inclined to the loving service of the Lord, and are those purified. The Lord revealed himself to the vision of devotee. Yes, because devotee are they surrender to Krishna. So therefore, the mind is surrendered. Avyakta means unmanifested. Out of the material world, Ultimately, the material is a creation of the supreme percent of God. Is manifest to material eyes. Marriage people, however, develop spiritual eye by his pure devotional service. Here, therefore, the Lord is described as Sundara Sitmana. So, also when we control the mind, we develop the spiritual eye. Some people say, oh, I don't believe in God, I don't see God, but control your mind and you're going to develop your spiritual eye. You're going to develop it. People are so ignorant, I don't see God. Why? Who you think you are for God come to you like that? We have to act in a certain way. God, Krishna can see us. No, not we. We want Krishna come to us. We want Krishna be our servant. Like some people pray, God give me that, God give me that. Oh, I never see God. So when we are in a mode of ignorance, we think we have to be served. We have to be served by God. No, we are the servant of Krishna. So we should serve him. We should do the best as he can see us. Krishna don't have to come to us because Krishna is not under the jurisdiction of his material because he controls everything, he's in charge, he creates everything. He don't have to see us. We have to do the best as he can see us. If we don't do the best for Krishna to see us, if we don't act in a certain way to Krishna to see us, so we will be seen by Maya. So that was when we are devotee, we have to be careful what we do. We have to be careful how we absorb our mind, our senses, any garbage stuff. We have to absorb our mind in spiritual, imbibe the mind and the senses in spiritual thing. Like that, when Krishna sees that our mind is purified by his teaching, by everything, by Pushadam, the senses, everything, he reveals himself. You know, it's not only me, not only Srila Prabhupada, but by practice devotional service for many years, we feel Krishna presence. He don't come to us physically because we're not pure enough. But Krishna came to Srila Prabhupada physically. Srila Prabhupada was a Nitya sinner. He was over pure. So after many years of follow the regulation, take the medicine, chant Hare Krishna, study the book, eating pushadam, worship the deities. We take all this medicine. Now we can see Krishna presence. I'm sure everybody who's been in the movement for so long, they feel Krishna presence. Feel Krishna. I feel Krishna presence. I won't say all the time, but most of the time, you know, in kind of trouble. So we just chant Hare Krishna. That's why Srila Prabhupada say, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Don't worry about all this attack of the mind, all this Maya stuff, because a devotee who very, very focused in the holy name, who have a good sadhana bhakti, should not be bothered too much, I don't say too much, as much by the mind. Because we're not pure yet. So the mind going to keep on messing with us. And why? Because we're flirting with the mind. We're flirting with Maya. That's why you say don't touch fire. You touch fire, you get burned. So Maya is like the Maya is like the fire. You touch Maya, you touch fire, you get burned. Doesn't matter if you have a kid, if you're a baby, you get burned. So you mess with Maya, you will get hurt. But we listen, we get close to Krishna. We follow the good instruction how to please Krishna. We no longer in trouble with Maya, including the mind. After many, many years of devotee, I don't say we have to be completely free because we live in this material world. But after many years of practice, a devotee get to know the trick of Maya and the senses. The nature of the mind is accepting, rejecting, accepting, rejecting. So we should not accept the mind. Should not accept it. We have to accept the higher. We got to accept the instruction. We got to accept something above the mind. Super soul. So that's why I like this purport, because he talk a lot about the mind, how to transcend all these things in this material world. Because it's very important to talk about the mind, the senses, because that's how we are under the mind. We under the mind, like some even as a devotee also we acting in a mental platform, sentimental. We should not be sentimental with Maya. Straight. So if we go directly by not say yes to Maya, we say yes to Krishna. Krishna in the time of death, you say, you was there for me, you always say yes for me, and I'm here for you. But if we always say yes to the mind, yes to Maya, so the Yamaduta, Maya can be there to take you back with her. Come back, my baby. I'm about to give you a beautiful physical body that you can enjoy again. So we should not be. We should not surrender. We should not surrender to that. We are surrender to the higher energy, the spiritual. Get surrender to all. Srila Prabhupada say, whatever go the mind, whatever go the mind, you get to bring him back under the jurisdiction of the holy name. Turn that Krishna. That's why when the devotee gets so much in the mind, get to chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Because the mind all the time preach to you. The mind is busy, so we have to be busy too. We have to all the time get busy doing service, study the books, get into the shower, get under the ocean of love. Srila Prabhupada give us. Get inside. Don't stay out. Get in. We have to accept the instruction of the great master, because they are the one who can show us the light. Because we're living in Kali Yuga, the age of coal, the dark age, and the spiritual master is a torch of knowledge. We have to follow the spiritual and do not follow Maya. So we have to take instruction from this great master. And there is no excuses to not be Krishna conscious, because Srila Prabhupada leave everything for us. He leave all his teaching, everything, all the paraphernalia, all the tool to go back to Krishna. By practicing strictly our sadhana bhakti, we are already in. We are in a boat. We are in the vessel Vaikuntha. Yes, French devotee. We are in a vessel of the spiritual world. And this home, Srila Prabhupada say, I bring a big home where everybody can come together. Krishna will say he's a big home. We are all families. We have to stay in this home. Don't go in the street. Don't go in the street of Maya. Stay in this home. This home is the best home. That is the reason, all the time a devotee go away, or for example, me, I'm going to the Caribbean. I love it. It's beautiful. The sun, everything, the ocean, the fruits, and the people, they're good. But I still not really on one devotee. So that's something is very painful sometimes. After a while, when you arrive to a new place, or like for example in Guadeloupe, it's nice. After a while, with that devotee, I feel so, oh my God, I need that, I need the kirtan. Especially we being on one devotee, being on one devotee, eating prasham together, laughing together, everything. And outside, people are so morose. They're very unhappy, you know. In Krishna consciousness says, all devotees are happy. Happy, welcome. Yes, this is the spiritual world. And outside is hell. That's the reason also when a devotee leave the association of devotee to go to preach outside, he go to preach in the hellish, in hell. Like I said, a pure devotee, when he leaves his world, he like Srila Prabhupada, we have an example of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, it didn't only come here, but Srila Prabhupada preached in many places, many planets, you know. So he leave this beautiful abode of Krishna. We leave the beautiful abode of Krishna to go outside to preach, to get these people who are controlled, who are burned up with Maya. So we go over there. That's why it's very important. A Sankirtan devotee or a preacher are very dear to Krishna because there is a higher service. Higher service is to go to rich people because we have it already. We're happy. We're happy. Who's not happy to be a devotee? Okay, everybody happy. That's good. So if we're happy, so we have to give the happiness to others. That's like, for example, you get a nice food, nice plate, you enjoy and you're eating. Oh, I feel so good. I was so hungry. You love it. So why you don't try to give to the homeless? They suffer. Huh? We have to show love to those who suffer more than we. Everybody happy doing the kirtan, Haribo, Hare Krishna, Haribo, Prasadam, yeah, everything is good. But let's give it to the people who suffer, do not have it. So that's why it's very important to go outside to reach people. We should not go back to Krishna with an empty hand. Srila Prabhupada did not go back to Krishna with an empty hand. A lot of people. Some of us don't like to go outside. I say the truth. We don't have to go to. Some people, me too. I don't like to go to Harinam. By force myself, I just show off. Just show off. I don't like to go to book distribution. I don't like that. But we have to try it. Just try it. If you try it, it can become a habit. In the beginning, I became a devotee in Paris. Oh my God, I was so embarrassed to go twice. Shave hair, my God. My friend, people who know me, who see me, you know. Because we are neophyte. We don't know the we don't know the value of Krishna. When you see really the importance, the value of Krishna consciousness, you're very proud when you go outside. You see these people that suffer, they are in the ocean, they are in the fire, get burned, and we out of it. We should be proud. We should not be ashamed, you know. So when I do go in Guadeloupe, before when I was a new devotee, I was so embarrassed people could see me. But now I go in after 42 years, I'm so happy. Yeah. I meet sometimes my friend also. I preach to them while they're interested. So we're no longer ashamed to be a devotee. Srila Prabhupada was not ashamed. Srila Prabhupada was walking his head up. So why we have to be ashamed to live, to serve in Krishna? Why? Because we did not understand. We did get it. When you get it, and that is okay. That is okay for a neophyte to be ashamed. But after many years, 42 years, you get all this nectar, all this blessing. Why you have to be ashamed to go outside to give it to others? Unless we do all, unless we die, okay. But if you're in good shape, you're strong, use your physical energy for preaching. Don't use it only to eat prasadam, sleeping, you know, because after that, we get kind of bored. Oh my God. And we want something else. But when we use what Krishna give us and we giving to what Srila Prabhupada give us, we giving to others, we have more taste. To do it again. Because you give. They say, when you give, you receive to the other hand. Instead of receive, you have to give. If you don't give, you can receive. And the devotee who always do Harinam Sangita, I see many devotees who do Harinam Sangita, they always joyful, dancing, doing festival. Wow, because they give, they're so happy. When you give, you get happy. If you have, for example, if you have so much money, so much gold, you try to carry like that, you're struggling. Give some to the poor, and it will be easy for you. It will be easy. We can describe what Srila Prabhupada gives us in many ways. He gives us, Srila Prabhupada brings the spiritual world to us. He brings Vaikuntha. He brings that to us. We are in a spiritual world, but to understand that we have to stick in Krishna. We have to stay. We have to stay. You will never understand that if you don't stay, if you don't follow the prescription. You have to follow the prescription. Srila Prabhupada says, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Wake up in the morning, get devotee association, eating pushadam, preaching, everything, and you will see the spiritual world. The spiritual world is not free. I don't talk about money, but act. You have to follow the Sanabhati. You have to follow what Srila Prabhupada gives us instead of see the spiritual, instead of see Krishna. In this life, we can see Krishna. Death don't have to come to us. When death comes to a devotee, it's not the Yamadutas come. Srila Prabhupada. Or the Vishnu Dutta. Krishna. It's a beautiful world. And all these devotees come to us after this life. Music, kirtan, everything. Oh my God. So beautiful. Instead of the Yamaduta with the ugly face, with the music, song of death, Devotees are not exposed to that at the end of this life. We are exposed to the spiritual world. We are exposed to Srila Prabhupada came to us. All these beautiful beings from Goloka Vrindavan. Haribo, Hare Krishna, Haribo. We go to the Harinam, forever Harinam. Ever serving Krishna, ever serving deities, serving Krishna in the spiritual world. It's beautiful. Who do not want to go in the spiritual world? They say if you're a devotee. If I ask that to a materialist person, he'd say, what are you talking about? I'm happy with my I got my house, I got my beautiful wife, I got everything. What are you talking about? The devotee, Srila Prabhupada says, Krishna says, is for the intelligent people, for the smart people. The devotee is very smart because he choose the path of Krishna. He chose the path of not coming back. Srila Prabhupada say, finish his business of coming back. Get out here. Because the next human form is not promised to you. So don't blow it. We can describe the human form in different way. It's a vehicle to Vaikuntha Loka. But if you waste it by doing nonsense, so you have to come back. And human form is not promised. You can go to the lower species. Okay? So keep going. No? Why? Okay, if you have any question and comment, please. Everybody's so quiet. Only Kita Lejwa, I see. I know Kita Lejwa always has question.
Hi, Prabhu. Thank you. Nice class. So you were speaking about devotee feels Krishna's presence. Devotee, yeah, and so I think we, definitely, if you're sincere and you practice and you feel that, you begin to feel Krishna's presence and you begin to feel very joyful. On the other side of things, at least I find that sometimes it's easy to get caught in, there's so much challenge in the material world. Everything's a challenge. Interactions are a challenge. And so sometimes you can get, something can get you down. And then you think, oh, I'm not feeling Krishna's presence. And it's kind of like I think once you begin to feel really high, then you begin to get really sensitive to things. And sometimes you get kind of like disturbed easier in some ways. So I was wondering if you can speak about that. How do we let go of the little stuff?
This is your question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a nice question. So I can answer that, but if somebody can answer it better than me, let me know, okay? So sometimes we get overwhelmed, we get, So it's by we have to be tolerant because we are in this material world. We have to be tolerant because the mind all the time, even by chanting Hare Krishna all the time, the mind all the time going to come after us. It all the time disturb us. We have to be tolerant, but not tolerant to the mind. We have to be, because in this material world, long we live in this material world, we always going to have some challenge. But for a devotee, all the challenge he has is from Krishna, it's not from Maya. Because to be close to Krishna, to meet Krishna, to go back to the spiritual, we have to go through something, tribulation. So we can have all the time some up and down. But be tolerant, just chant Hare Krishna. Just chant Hare Krishna. Yeah? There are so many answers about what he says. The mind is very turbulent. It's like you are in a boat in the ocean, a lot of waves, bad weather. The mind is like that. It's always to survive. The devotee, he knows the nature of the mind. He knows his enemy, so he keep on focus by focus all the time. If you don't focus, you lose. You let your mind go everywhere. Okay, your mind is okay. Is my friend. Let me taking your time, and you will be lost. You'll be lost. So anybody get better answer? So somebody get better answer for, maybe you get a better answer for the question. Because when a devotee asks a question, he don't ask a question for himself. He asks a question for other people. So.
Yeah, that's a nice answer. I think that's basically what I tend to practice, and I've been really feeling that, the power of staying in positive association and just realizing that we're not in control is a big, the more you can realize Krishna is in control, the more you become a little more peaceful, because we can let go of certain things, but then certain things we still think we're in control of, and so then Krishna kind of has to show us that we're not in control. And so the more we can become surrendered in all aspects of our life, even our subtle material and mental aspects, then we can, I think I've been feeling more happy, or feeling Krishna's presence more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just understand, we are not the supreme controller. We are not the controller. We let Krishna control. We just do what we have to do. Chant Hare Krishna, be happy, serve the devotee, and Krishna do the rest. Long you don't do no nonsense. Like some people asking me, oh, can you pray for me? In the Bible, Jesus Christ said, go and not sin anymore. So some people think, oh, by praying for them, but they keep doing their nonsense, they will be okay. Come on. Okay, pray for you, but stop doing your nonsense. You will be okay. It's like, for example, you take somebody give you a medicine to feel better, and you're still doing the wrong thing, who can cause the sickness getting worse. This is nonsense. Duh. Like, for example, a person who go to a doctor, he said to the doctor, oh, doctor, I got a severe headache. I don't know why. The doctor said, wow. But you know, I know in the morning when I wake up, take a hammer, hit my head. Doctor going to say, of course, you got a headache. That's why. So people think, oh, if you pray for me, and by I can doing my nonsense, I will be okay. No, stop doing your nonsense, and you will be fine. So prayer only work for those who listen, who stop the nonsense. Okay, so we have to stop early now. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Huh? Jai Shri Prabhupada ki